Hi, and welcome back to my channel, A Wholesome Soul. I'm Laura, and thanks for coming on this journey with me. We have talked for the last few weeks about some pretty self-empowering things. We've talked about letting go of your ego. We've talked about learning how to be vulnerable. We have talked about stopping the self-sabotage that we do to ourselves every day. And today we're going to talk about learning to stop apologizing for everything. Learning to stop saying, I'm sorry, before you say everything else. So if you like my channel and you like this video, please look down below and hit the like button and subscribe because when you do those things, it shows me what you like and what you want more of and what to make more videos of. So it encourages me too along the way. So I appreciate it, and I look forward to making more things that you want to see. So let's get rolling for today. So the subject today is stop saying you're sorry for everything. I know that I am and have been guilty of this in the past, and I would bet that you might be too. And you say this phrase, I'm sorry, without really thinking much about saying it because it's been a habitual thing for you. It's turned into a habit because we all get used to saying, I'm sorry, thinking that we're helping things when actually we're not helping anything by saying, I'm sorry all the time. So what are some examples of this I'm sorry mentality and habit that we have? When you accidentally bump into someone or you accidentally get in front of someone, you always say, oh, I'm sorry. When they bump into you, which is even worse, someone runs into you or steps in front of you and you say, oh, I'm sorry, and you always defer to the other person. You let them go first. You always assume that it's somehow your fault that they ran into you or that they got in front of you. I know it sounds crazy, but we've done it. We've all done it. When you want to ask a question and you say, I'm sorry to disturb you. I'm sorry to bother you, but I have a question. You know what? You don't even have to announce that you have a question. Just say, excuse me, where's the mustard? Excuse me, do you have a minute? You don't have to apologize for asking a question. Everybody has questions and everybody asks questions. And it's okay to ask a question without apologizing for it. In a business meeting, this shows up a lot with women, maybe not so much with men, but women say things like, sorry, I have a different opinion. Sorry, I have something to say. Sorry, I don't understand. Sorry, I need to interrupt here. Sorry, I'm a little late. Sorry, I disagree. Why are you sorry? Because you disagree with someone. Maybe your idea is better than theirs. Maybe you can collaborate. Why do you have to say you're sorry because you're late? Maybe the subway was running late. Maybe your car ran out of gas. You're late. Move on. Sorry, I disagree. There's one that's hard to get used to saying. How about just, excuse me? I want to bring up another point about that. No sorry needed. Oh, and here's a good one. How about being sorry for having feelings? Sorry, I'm depressed today. Sorry, I'm so angry and sad and grieving and depressed, and sorry that I feel this way. Sorry that I'm upset. Sorry. You feel what you feel, and everybody has days where they feel the feels. You don't have to be sorry for that. You don't have to be sorry because you're depressed one day or you're anxious one day or you're feeling sad one day. It's okay. The rest of the world will go on if you feel sad. You don't have to apologize for it. So when you apologize for your feelings, it tells the person that you're saying sorry to that their feelings are more important than yours, because you don't want to make them uncomfortable. You don't want to make them sad if you feel sad. And that really is a way of neglecting feeling the feels that you need to feel. Okay, it's a way of putting all of your energy into worrying about what somebody else feels instead of paying attention to yourself, self-care. And we've talked about that in some of the past videos too, that it's time for you to own how you feel and not apologize for it. Okay, and if someone really cares about you, they're going to let you feel the way that you need to feel until you work through it or get over it or talk about it or get it off your chest or do yoga or meditate or whatever it is that you need to do to get past those bad feelings that you're feeling. And they'll understand. And if they don't, next. Don't worry about it. When you say sorry, in front of whatever it is that you want to say. Sorry, but I disagree. Sorry, but I need to interrupt. It also gives power to the other person and takes power away from what you have to say, or power away from your idea. So if you say, sorry, I disagree, then you've already given the power to the other person, because they know that you're in a lesser that you're at a lower level than they are as far as thinking goes, because you've already humbled yourself. And being humble sometimes in your life is a good thing, but in a business meeting or in a sharing of ideas situation, you don't have to be sorry because you have an opinion. That's what you're there for. That's why you're with all these other people. You're collaborating, you're working. You don't have to be sorry for having an opinion. You don't have to be sorry for disagreeing with whoever the leader of the group is. Just say what you want to say, because when you say you're sorry, it takes the power away from what you're saying. So if I said, sorry, I don't want to work at night anymore, then that already puts me in a position that someone can, with more power in their words, can say, yes, you are going to work at night. They didn't say, sorry, but you have to work at night. Chances are they're going to say, nope, you've got to work the night shift. So I've already set myself up to be in a lower vibration state of communication than the person that's responding to me. It tells the listener that you're less important than they are, because you're always putting the other person first. You're always deferring the power to the other person when you apologize for everything that you say before you even say it. Saying sorry all the time also shows insecurity. It shows a lack of self-worth, and it's really insincere. Because when you use the word sorry all the time, it takes the power out of that word when you really do need to apologize to someone. Because then all they can think of is, she says sorry all the time. She apologizes for breathing. She apologizes for being alive. She apologizes for everything. So why should I take her apology sincerely? I noticed that this shows up in women and their conversations more than it does with men. And I'm not man bashing at all. I just think they have a better handle on their conversational skills and their place in the world and their place in business and their authority. And women have not yet stepped into the authority that they own. They don't know that they have the authority to speak exactly what they want to say. And so they apologize for everything. Women tend to feel like it's not good manners to interrupt, that it's not good manners to disagree with your boss, that it's more feminine if you say, I'm so sorry, can I get that for you? I'm so sorry, I have a question. I'm so sorry, I need to interrupt. That is not being feminine, and that's not good manners. That's just being weak. Okay, and I get it, because I have been guilty of this my whole life. Didn't want to bother anybody, don't want to make waves, I don't want to interrupt, keep everybody happy. I am the least confrontational person that you'll ever meet, trust me. But I have learned that when I apologize for everything and I defer the power to other people, that's exactly what happens. Then I have no power. I have no power, and what I say doesn't get taken seriously, because I'm a meek little mouse, and those days are over. You got to stop apologizing for having an opinion, and you have to put yourself first sometimes, especially if it's something super important in your life that's going to be life-changing for you or life-saving for you. So by putting I'm sorry at the front of your conversation, we think it makes what we have to say more palatable to the receiver of the information. But in reality, it doesn't. It probably hurts their ears to hear you apologizing all the time, first of all. And it makes what you're saying less meaningful, less powerful, and it makes what you say less sincere. Because when you apologize ahead of everything, you don't sound sincere. It sounds fake and it sounds made up. Just listen to somebody else do it and you'll know what I'm talking about. It makes what you say less believable, and it waters down whatever comes after I'm sorry. It waters down the effectiveness of it. So, if you're going to say I'm sorry, but blah, 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 whatever comes after I'm sorry is water. It's nothing, okay? Because it's diluted and the power in whatever you were going to say is gone. So don't be sorry for having a bad day, being depressed, being angry about something, Standing up for yourself, standing up for somebody else, defending yourself, defending someone else, speaking up about injustice. Don't say sorry for saying no. Don't say sorry for saying no. It's okay to say no. Don't say, sorry, I can't make it. Sorry, I don't have time. Sorry, I don't feel good. Just stop saying you're sorry. You can say no without saying you're sorry. If you need to say no, just say, no, I can't make it that night. No, I have plans. No, thanks, I have other plans. No, thanks, that doesn't work for me. No, thanks, my calendar's full that week. I never said sorry one single time. You know what? Because maybe I am sorry that I can't go, but it's not something I need to say to that person, okay? Just say you can't do it. No, I can't teach Sunday school on Sundays. No, I can't take on any more projects right now. My calendar's too full. And guess what? That's okay. People understand that you have a lot going on. You don't have to say yes to every single thing. And if you do say no, you don't have to apologize for it. Just say no. So there's no qualifying language that goes along with no. Okay, you don't have to justify the fact that you're saying no. You just don't. You can just say no. So how do you stop saying I'm sorry all the time? How do you stop apologizing? What's the ticket? So back to some advice I gave in my other videos is being mindful. Take a breath, take a beat before you respond when someone talks to you, or take a breath or take a beat before you want to speak, and remind yourself, I don't have to apologize. I'm going to say what I need to say in a polite way. I'm not going to be mean or ugly about it. I'm just going to say what I think and say what I want to say. I can interrupt by saying, excuse me, or hello. You don't have to say sorry to get someone's attention because there's no reason to apologize. So what are words you can use besides sorry? Like I said a second ago, you can say, excuse me, or hello. I work retail. I work in a grocery store. I'm a grocery manager. And I know that people ask me questions all day long. Customers do. And they'll approach me in the store. And sometimes they just walk up to me and say, mustard. No hello. No excuse me. Doesn't matter what I'm in the middle of. They just say a word and I'm supposed to lead them to this product, which I do, and it's fine. I get it. Everybody's got a different social interaction level that they're comfortable with. But a lot of times people will say, I'm so sorry to interrupt. I am so sorry, but I have a question for you, and I am so sorry again that I have to interrupt you. Well, by then she could have asked me the question 5 times because she qualified it 10 different ways before she actually asked me the question. So she could have just said, excuse me, what row is mustard on? And I could say, aisle 2, or I could take her over there. But instead, people feel like they have to qualify and qualify and qualify and tell me why they're asking me, and then tell me they're embarrassed to ask me, and then say they're sorry for asking me, instead of just asking me. Just get it out. It's okay to say hello. I like that part. But you don't have to apologize for asking me where something is. It's my job. And I love my job. But the way people ask questions always makes me chuckle because they always want to apologize or worry about interrupting or whatnot. So excuse me works a lot. Also, you can replace sorry with thank you. That's another good one. And this usually works when like you can say, thanks so much for your help in advance. I need to ask you a question. Where can I find blah, 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 blah. So you can thank somebody in advance, and that definitely puts the person in the receptive mode. And it also makes them think, hey, I'm about to help somebody. They're thanking me in advance. This is pretty cool. So that's a great way to do it. I know when I send someone an email and I'm asking them to help me somehow, instead of putting sincerely or see you next time or whatever at the end, I always put thanks in advance for your help. And then I put my name. And it puts people into the mode where they want to help you. So you can say thanks that way. Also, if you're running late to something and you get there and all you want to say is, I am so sorry I'm late. Oh my gosh, the traffic was horrible. I am so sorry. The baby overslept. Oh, I'm so sorry the dog threw up on me. Oh, I'm so sorry I'm late because I couldn't get my hair to work, or whatever you want to say when you're late to a meeting or to a lunch date. instead of saying I'm sorry over and over again, which makes it look like you're making excuses because you just were dragging your ass all morning and you didn't get up and get ready in time, instead of saying sorry, flip it around and just say, thank you so much for waiting on me. Thank you. And then drop it and move on. How's your day? Did you order yet? What's good on the menu? What are the specials today? Let's get on with the meeting. Anything else? Just move on to the next subject. You don't have to apologize all day long for being late. But I will tell you, being late is a super duper big pet peeve of mine. I hate it when people are chronically late. I get it that everybody's late sometimes because just things happen, right? But when people are chronically late, it tells me that they are not interested in how valuable my time is, that they are more interested in their time clock and their agenda than they are mine. So when you're always apologizing for being late because you're always late, it is super insincere. It means that you feel like your time is more valuable than someone else's, that you can't get up 30 minutes earlier to get ready to be somewhere. And your friends will always say, oh, well, of course she's not on time. Look, of course she's going to be 10 minutes late. It's just rude. Just don't do it. Get up 5 or 10 minutes earlier if that's what it takes, okay? Or spend less time putting your makeup on or whatever it is. You be respectful to other people, and then you won't have to worry about apologizing, okay? You won't have to worry about how insincere you sound when you apologize for being late when you're always late. Instead, thank them for waiting, and thank them for waiting the 200 other times they've waited on you. Thank them. Change the script around. So, of course, saying that you're sorry in some instances is necessary, right? If you've hurt somebody's feelings or if you've said things that wounded someone in some way, you do need to apologize and you need to tell people that you're sorry. And of course, that's not the kind of apologizing that I'm talking about. But if you are a chronic I'm sorry person, meaning that you preface things that don't even need to be apologized with sorry, if you preface everything you say with that, then when you do have a sincere apology to make to someone, it just doesn't come across as being very genuine because you hear yourself saying it all the time and everybody else hears you saying it too. And so they don't really feel like your apology is sincere when they hear you saying I'm sorry all the time. So if you are a chronic I'm sorry person and you do need to make an apology to someone, think of different language to use when you need to apologize. For instance, please forgive me for speaking harshly to you yesterday. That was out of line and I shouldn't have done it. You see, I never said I'm sorry one single time in there, but I made an apology to someone. And so that might be another way to phrase an apology if you need to. Because I'm sorry, it's just tired and overused and everybody's sick of hearing it. So what you have to say is super important. So be sure that you own it. And don't make it unimportant by apologizing for it, okay? So own what you have to say. Be firm in what you have to say. Don't apologize for what you have to say. And don't be sorry for what you have to say. Don't be sorry for the way that you feel. And don't be sorry for owning your space. Don't be sorry for taking up room on the subway. Don't be sorry for driving in your own lane, minding your own business if somebody else is in a hurry. That's not your problem. That's their problem. No need to apologize. So just for today, that's always my mantra at the end of these, isn't it? Just for today, it's a Wednesday. You don't have to wait till Monday to start. You can start today. Just for today, before you speak or react, take a beat, take a breath. You don't have to respond immediately to every single thing that's said to you. Take a beat and think, how do I want to express myself? How do I want to come across to this person? And you may find that you catch yourself and at the end of the day, you might say, wow, I almost said I'm sorry like 12 times today, but I caught myself and I didn't do it. Or if you do reactionary kind of language with someone, if you do have that kind of exchange with someone and you catch yourself saying, I'm sorry, or apologizing, mark that down too. And see how many times in a day you either catch yourself saying, I'm sorry, or apologizing, or you actually do it. I think you'd be surprised. So that's all I've got for today. But again, please like and subscribe to my page, and let me know what you want me to talk about next. I'm going to talk more about language in the next vlog, and what we can do to use empowering language instead of disempowering language. And also tune into my channel for tarot card readings. I'm going to post one tomorrow. And yoga classes, I'm going to post one of those tomorrow too, because I teach at blissspiritualcoop.org is the website. And I have a Zoom yoga class that posts online every week at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I would love to have you join me via Zoom. We have room in the classroom for about 6 people. It's in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, and you can join via Zoom, blissspiritualcoop.org, and co-op is hyphenated. And so just look for Hatha Yoga with Laura, and join us on Zoom. We'd love to have you. We always have a good time. So hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. Light and love. Namaste.